Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 19 of my 31 favorite hard rock and heavy metal albums of the 80s. This is the show we're doing each and every morning here, each and every day. In May of 2023, we are counting down our 31 favorite heavy albums from the 80s, a decade that was loaded with great heavy albums. So 31 picks, not an easy task, considering there are literally hundreds of great albums that came out during the 80s that fall into this kind of like hard rock and metal category, right? The hard rock and the heavy albums of the decade, so many good ones. I mean, that's what the 80s were all about. And it's pretty tough to pick out just 31 favorites, but I think I've done so. Today, for day number 19, pick number 19 on my list, as we count our way towards number one. This one came out November 9th, 1987. It was recorded at Thunderlode Studios in Stockholm, Sweden, produced by the band themselves for Axis Records. I'm talking about the second album from Candlemass, Nightfall. There it is right there. Second album, right? Debut album with Messiah Marcolin on lead vocals. Band also comprised of Lars Johansson and Mats Bjorkman on lead and rhythm guitar, respectively. Leif Edling, founder of the band, main songwriter on bass, and Jan Lind on drums. Killer album if you don't know Candlemass. Candlemass, one of the great epic doom bands of the last 30 plus years. They've got a ton of albums to their credit. And basically, you know, when they hit the scene in the mid-80s, all of a sudden doom was cool again, right? I mean, we had other bands that were kind of doing that, right? Trouble, of course, came before them, Saint Vitus, but all of a sudden now you had this cool band from Sweden, right? All of a sudden, wow, a non-U.S. band doing doom, right? Because we always kind of thought at the time of doom being more of a U.S. thing. Well, not in the ensuing years, we have not seen that, right? So, but yeah, this is just a terrific album with great songs on it. This still to this day my favorite Candlemass studio album. It's just absolutely amazing. You got the Well of Souls just crushing. I mean, the riffs of Bjorkman and the blistering leads of Johansson are just absolutely terrific on this album. And then of course you got Messiah's just soaring, just regal, very unique vocal style. The Well of Souls, incredible track, great riffs on that. At the Gallows End, somber yet crushing. Samaritan, another really great track. You got a bunch of brief little instrumentals on this album too that kind of bridge between all the longer tracks. Like you got Gothic Stone and Codex Gigas, and then on side 2 you've got March Funebre, or however you say that, and Black Candles. But then in between you got, Dark of the Veils of Death, another just immense song. Mourners, Lament, Bewitched. Just great songs on here. Just so many great tracks. And the riffs just throughout. For me, the best riffing on this album probably is contained within the Well of Souls and Dark of the Veils of Death. Those are just absolutely amazing. There's a reason why I named these guys on my top favorite riff masters of all time last month, because, man, Candlemass just brings it over and over again. And, they would follow up this album with another great one in Ancient Dreams, though, of course, the debut album, Epicus Doomicus Metallicus, is legendary. Many people cite that as their favorite Candlemass album. I'd say you really couldn't go wrong with the first 3 albums as far as the greatest Candlemass albums of all time, but I've always had a soft spot for this one. I remember when this came out, I remember buying this from Steve Keeler at Rock Fantasy. I was still going to college at the time, and I remember coming home and playing this, and I was like, holy cow, I absolutely love this. Saw them not too long afterwards at, I think, the Ritz in New York City, and just blown away by the band. They just had such a presence, and Messiah was just, he wore these like white robes, cloaks, and he had the big hair, and just this massive looking individual. And they've had plenty of other really good singers since then. I don't know if any of them really kind of portray the true character that is Messiah Marcolin. I could arguably say they maybe have had other singers who might even be better singers, but he was just such a presence on stage. He just had the look and just. But things happen in these bands, right? And they didn't get along after a while, and he came back to the band for a short stint for a bit, and then after he left in the early '90s, and it's been nothing since. So, but they've got Johann Bach in lead vocals, who he sang on the first album, Epicus Doomicus. He sang on the last couple albums, and he's great. And I think he fits right into the band. So they have not missed a beat, regardless of who is singing for them. But the rest of the core of the band remains the same. But yeah, Nightfall is my pick from 1987. Pick number 19, right? As we march our way towards number 1. If you are a fan of Candlemass, or if you've heard it, let us know what you think of this down in the comments below. But more importantly, what is your pick for number 19 as we march our way to number 1? So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, we got the links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. Have a good weekend, everybody. But we'll see you tomorrow, of course, with another one. Pick 18's coming up tomorrow, as well as ranking the albums tomorrow. I will be ranking the solo catalog of the voice of rock himself, Mr. Glenn Hughes. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.